A woman in Columbia called News 19 when she couldn't get in touch with a contractor who actually did work on her home.
The contractor replaced a roof and was paid for his work. News 19's Fouraker is on your side tonight because that roof wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. And on days like this, you really need your roof to work.
That's exactly right, Darcy. With the kind of rains we had today, a good roof, it's a requirement. You need it to keep the water out. But this roof was letting water in. And the woman you're about to meet didn't know what to do about it. So she called us.
2 years ago, Joanne Jones put a new roof on her home.
And then I look around, it was another spot, and the water was going straight on down toward this television here. Dropping down on my floor, on the floor of the bed. And then I went and got this plastic and covered this plastic up with it. And you see the water there, okay?
But now that roof is leaking in more places than one. In another room, wet brick shows water running down the wall. Jones had to cover another part of her home because of a leak.
They had a bad odor in the room here. And finally it kind of gradually went away. And I put this in rug here, down here. They was smelling.
The contract signed by Miles & Miles Roofing, the company who did the install, has a 5-year warranty for labor.
Thank you for calling Watertight Roofing.
So we called and called, getting a recording every time that wouldn't let us leave a message. We also visited the address for Miles & Miles on the contract. A neighbor told me Gerald Miles wasn't around. News 19 learned his contractor's license expired over the summer.
It's my understanding that that company no longer exists. Is that correct?
Yeah, they went out of business.
Then a late call this afternoon, a call from the number we'd been calling all day. It was a man identifying himself as Miles' brother. He told us their roofing company no longer existed, but their contracts were managed by Watertight Roofing, a name we heard on the voicemail recording earlier.
What does Mrs. Jones need to do to make good on her contract and have her roof fixed?
We just need to go out there. I can go out there and handle that for more.
Miles says they'll make good on the contracts and fix the leaks.
Are they going to come fix your roof?
He said, but how about money? I said, money be fine.
Now, we're so glad Miss Jones's roof is going to get fixed, but one thing she didn't do before she hired Miles & Miles was check with the Better Business Bureau. Miles & Miles began receiving an F grade from the Bureau last year. The Bureau provides free reports on businesses and contractors, so you can check on them before you sign any contracts or pay any money. Always a good thing to do.
It's a simple phone call.
It really is, and you know, we called them today. It really was on the phone. They were able to tell me that Miles & Miles had an F for over a year.
There's so many people who just go by word of mouth. Oh, he did a good job on mine. He did a good job on mine. But you don't know what happened to him in the time he fixed your friend's roof. You don't know what happened to the business. So it is imperative that you call them.
So easy to check, and it can save a lot of trouble.
Well, I know if folks need some help, they can call you, Clark.
On your side always.
Thank you, sir.